Just one. I just need this one. Trust me. The left hook.
I only need one too.
Okay.
You get that too.
That's fine. All right, then we both got it.
Like, come on, bro.
I can't hear you.
You know, you stole the show. You know, I know it's, you know, you're the main event. You're supposed to, but you delivered.
Right.
And you, after it, said, you know, knock, knock, Tank.
Yeah.
I'm knocking on the door. You came over here, said light skin. A lot of fight fans like when people call out and do things like that.
But only person that don't like it is him. He's kind of weird. But now he got no choice but to fight me. The fans want him to fight me. After what I just did tonight against a guy that's bigger than him, come on now. If I touch him, what's gonna happen? Talk about that. Everybody want to talk about, oh, Keyshawn, what if he touch you? What if I touch him? Yeah, okay. Come on.
The boxing world is built on fierce competition, emotional confrontations, and unforgettable moments. And this encounter delivered all of that at once. After months of exchanging words and building anticipation, Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Keyshawn Davis finally came face to face during a tense interview that immediately captured the attention of boxing fans everywhere. The exchange quickly spread across social media, sparked endless discussion, and became one of the biggest talking points in the sport. That I end this video, we'll take a closer look at how their intense verbal battle unfolded, why this confrontation carries major significance for both fighters, and what it could mean for the future of their growing rivalry. With emotions running high and neither man willing to back down, this matchup is rapidly developing into one of the most compelling rivalries boxing has witnessed in recent years.
He come with, he can't do all them shenanigans and all that he be doing with other people. He can't do that to me.
But I'm just saying. To truly understand why this face-to-face confrontation carried so much intensity, it's important to look at the events that led up to it. Gervonta "Tank" Davis has spent years building a reputation as one of boxing's most dangerous and exciting competitors. Remaining unbeaten while consistently delivering dominant performances, he has established himself as one of the standout stars of his generation. His explosive style inside the ring and ability to produce highlight reel victories have made him one of the sport's biggest attractions.
Or Devin, what would his legacy be then in your eyes?
I think his legacy will be in his time, which he needs to be respected for, that Tank did what most of the greats did in their time. One ballot, as far as I'm concerned, Hall of Famer. So based on that in his time, as far as his era, where it was loaded with fighters or fights and fighters that, you know, could have fought each other and they didn't. Every era has that same situation. I don't think they're ever going to go away or ever would be something dismissed from eras of conversation. But I think Tank Davis, you know, understand his path and going to go by what he feels. Hey, he's young still, might change his mind, who knows? Something might happen in the next 1 or 2 fights where there's an automatic repeat or rewind of something spectacular on his...
Standing across from him is Keyshawn Davis, the Olympic silver medalist who has rapidly worked his way through the professional ranks. Known for his speed, technical ability, and undeniable confidence, Keyshawn has continued to attract attention with every performance. As his profile has grown, so has his willingness to call out Gervonta "Tank" Davis, using bold comments and constant verbal challenges to keep their rivalry in the spotlight.
Bro, if you want to fight me, send me a contract, but if you don't, I'm going to be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm going to make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you, little dude.
For months, the two have exchanged shots outside the ring as often as they have made headlines inside it. Keyshawn has repeatedly claimed that Tank is avoiding a matchup with him, choosing favorable opponents instead of taking on the toughest challenges available. Tank, however, has brushed those accusations aside, insisting that Keyshawn is simply looking to build his own reputation by attaching himself to one of boxing's biggest names.
At the next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
everything became even more intense after Tank recently announced his plans to retire from boxing. That decision only fueled the ongoing rivalry, leaving fans with even more questions about whether these two would ever meet in the ring. Their highly anticipated face-to-face interview was expected to clear up some of the speculation, but instead, it delivered far more than anyone anticipated, turning into a confrontation that immediately grabbed the boxing world's attention.
Sean, this new guy, he's 140 pounds. He's not bad.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there, isn't it?
Ooh, and I thought he was.
Ooh, there we go right here.
Atmosphere perfectly matched the significance of the moment. The interview took place in a dimly lit room where the focus remained entirely on the two fighters, the host, and the cameras recording every reaction, every stare, and every subtle expression. Tank arrived first, carrying the composed confidence that fans have come to expect from him. Even so, there was a noticeable intensity in his demeanor, making it clear he understood this was far more than a routine interview. When Keyshawn entered, the energy in the room shifted immediately. His approach was far more aggressive and animated, as if he had been waiting for this opportunity to finally speak his mind. From the moment he took his seat, it was obvious he wasn't there to hold anything back. That bold, outspoken attitude has become a defining part of his personality. Right from the opening moments, the hostility between them was impossible to ignore. The atmosphere felt incredibly tense, and it quickly became obvious that this wasn't going to be a calm or respectful conversation. As soon as the interviewer introduced the main topics, the discussion shifted to the issue everyone wanted addressed: Tank's decision to retire. Keyshawn didn't hesitate to challenge him. He argued that the retirement announcement was simply a convenient way to avoid facing him and the new wave of rising contenders. According to Keyshawn, Tank was choosing to step away instead of testing himself against the sport's next generation. Tank responded just as firmly, refusing to let those accusations go unanswered. He pointed to his unbeaten record, the success he has achieved throughout his career, and everything he has already accomplished inside the ring. He also made it clear that, in his view, Keyshawn still has plenty to accomplish before earning the right to be mentioned alongside him.
The top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would not Tank short it out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that he got the power, he got the skill and ability, he's patient, you know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me. And I'm coming with that same shit he coming with. And you know that his coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? To also go fight the from Cuba. No, nigga, I'm gonna fight Tank. Stop mentioning other people when I mention your fighter. What you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. You Tank.
The exchange continued without slowing down, with neither man willing to give an inch. Every statement was met with an immediate response, turning the interview into a non-stop battle of words. Both fighters stood firmly behind their beliefs, each insisting that they were the better boxer and the one who would come out on top if they ever met in the ring. Throughout the discussion, Keyshawn's confidence remained unmistakable, as he spoke with complete belief in his abilities and showed no signs of hesitation.
When you're looking at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at, you know, these other fighters that he should really be fighting, you know, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire.
Yeah.
So don't come and but don't come at me. Yeah. And go, oh yeah, let's give it all, you know, very big bollocks, and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick, and then make out like we want the fight. And then we send an offer over, and then you fight for 15 million, and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do all that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered. I said, listen, you keep talking shit. My promoter's going to get back to you in 48 hours. 50 minutes. Initial offer sent over. You know, but was it Uncle Al didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about, 50 million. First offer. First offer.
There was room to negotiate.
Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating means.
The verbal battle only grew more intense as the interview continued. Neither fighter showed any willingness to back down, and every response seemed to raise the temperature even further. Keyshawn remained completely convinced of his position, speaking with the same confidence that has defined his rise through the sport. He didn't stop at criticizing Tank's retirement plans. Instead, he questioned Tank's overall career, arguing that many of his biggest victories came without consistently facing the strongest available opponents at the peak of their careers. Keyshawn claimed that Tank had carefully selected favorable matchups rather than taking on every top challenger, suggesting that his record didn't fully reflect the toughest possible competition. Those comments echoed criticisms that have been discussed by some voices within the boxing community, making the exchange even more controversial.
Today,
what did Tank say?
I mean, you want me to verbatim? I mean, I can give the clean version.
Let me know, because I don't be on Twitter, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, all right, so this is pretty much stop eating, do that, this little N fighting on Friday night. He's not even worth mentioning. And Buddy's a B, code B, tell him to do something.
I ain't gonna lie. Tank gonna say what he gonna say, you know what I'm saying? It's just trash talk, for real, for real. Tank know what's up with Keyshawn. They done sparred, you know what I'm saying? They done sparred plenty of times. So it's like, I don't really know, but I'm gonna just leave that as that, you know what I'm saying? But Keyshawn gonna go ahead and punish this guy on Friday, you know what I'm saying? Then whatever Tank come across, we gonna punish him too.
The rivalry took an even more serious turn when the trash talk reportedly shifted toward Tank's family. While heated exchanges are common in boxing and personal jabs often become part of the promotion, bringing relatives into the conversation is widely viewed as crossing a line. According to the discussion, those remarks struck a nerve with Tank and added another layer of emotion to an already intense feud. The situation didn't end there. Reports say Gervonta Davis's brother was among the first family members to publicly respond, breaking his silence after the comments directed at Tank's loved ones. His reaction quickly became part of the growing story, drawing even more attention to a rivalry that had already become one of the biggest talking points in boxing. Fans were eager to hear his response and see how the latest chapter would affect the ongoing conflict between the two fighters.
Gervonta, out here, what was that experience like? Anything you could share?
The experience was great, and what's crazy about that is this time around, it was like, all right, we older now. There's more skills involved. It's like, all right, now let's see how it's gonna go this time. And when I got in the ring, I'm not gonna lie, he surprised me with how much defense he really had. You know, of course, I was looking out for the power of, like, off the rip. I was looking out for his power. But when I started, like, when I was attacking and trying to set stuff up, like, he got like good upper body movement, and he got some good legs when he used them. So he surprised me with his defense. But it was a very technical fight. Technical sparring match. And I definitely learned that, like I said, his defense. Like, I definitely learned that he got some great defense, and it's not really easy to hit this guy. And I had to work to get to him. But overall, it was great sparring. And
their relationship has changed dramatically over the years. What once began with training sessions and mutual respect has transformed into one of boxing's most talked about rivalries. They have gone from sharing time in the gym to publicly challenging each other and openly discussing a potential showdown inside the ring. But what's especially striking is how different things are today compared to the past. There was a time when Keyshawn openly spoke highly of Tank and acknowledged his accomplishments in the sport. Now those compliments have been replaced by sharp criticism and constant callouts, highlighting just how far their relationship has shifted. What was once admiration has evolved into a fierce competitive rivalry, making the possibility of these two eventually meeting in the ring even more compelling.
By 6.4 pounds at the weigh-in. He was
That's a last counter.
There it is.
Davis, and down goes Lemos. As he's playing Matador for moments, goes downstairs with a vicious right hook, and that left hook puts him on stanky legs and face first on the mat. And backwards. Don't dance too early now, Keyshawn, because Lemos is still dangerous. But not if you can continue to land those powerful shots, and that's how you end the fight. Keyshawn Davis said, I don't care if he's King Kong. If he comes into my house, he's gonna pay the price. And boy, did Lemos
Keyshawn Davis recently grabbed the spotlight with an impressive victory over Gustavo Lemos in a bout that was expected to be a competitive lightweight contest, but ended up being completely one-sided. Although Lemos came into the fight after missing the weight limit by more than 6 pounds, giving him a noticeable size advantage, he was unable to capitalize on it. From the opening bell, Keyshawn controlled the action with his combination of speed, sharp technique, and punching power. He overwhelmed Lemos throughout the contest, scoring 3 knockdowns in the second round before the referee stepped in to wave off the fight. The dominant performance further strengthened Keyshawn's reputation as one of boxing's fastest rising contenders.
Weak ass nigga, man.
Excitement, huh? Talk about coming in here and fighting a guy who was heavier.
Yeah.
You talked about not having no concern, but just talking about that, getting ready to fight somebody who was heavier.
No, I really didn't have concern, man. I'm gonna keep getting y'all the same answer, man. All glory to God. He gave me the strength to go in there and fight through this week. Like, y'all don't even know, my sisters had a whole car accident today. And they hurt. My sister's head was, all of them, their head was hurting, back was hurting. Like, they literally could have got taken out today. The devil didn't want this to happen, but look what happened. It was still glory.
The atmosphere in Norfolk, Virginia was unforgettable as hometown fans packed the venue to support Keyshawn Davis. The crowd erupted with excitement throughout the fight, and their energy only grew louder as their local star delivered a commanding performance. By the time the referee stopped the contest, the arena was celebrating an emphatic victory that gave the hometown supporters plenty to cheer about.
We gonna come back to Norfolk, man, so y'all don't forget about me. Y'all keep supporting DB3. But world titles definitely gonna be next. 2025, we got big plans for everybody in the boxing world. Hey, Gervonta, knock, knock.
You've been on that all week.
Following the victory, Keyshawn wasted no time shifting the attention toward his next target. During his post-fight interview, he directly called out Gervonta "Tank" Davis, delivering the memorable line, "Hey Gervonta, knock knock," to make it clear exactly who he wants to face next. The call-out reinforced Keyshawn's confidence that he's prepared for boxing's biggest stage. Rather than easing into another matchup, he made it known that he's chasing a fight with one of the sport's top stars. By repeatedly mentioning Tank's name after such a dominant performance, Keyshawn continued to build momentum for a potential showdown and ensured that the rivalry remained at the center of the boxing conversation.
I said before, every time he has came to me, when I say who you want to fight, said it doesn't matter. So he don't pick and choose. So if y'all want to criticize anybody, criticize me, or criticize Leonard Ellaby, or criticize whoever, but don't criticize the fighters.
For Tank, a potential clash with Keyshawn represents much more than just another title defense or high-profile matchup. As the more established name and a fighter who has consistently headlined major boxing events, he has built his reputation through years of success at the highest level. Defeating Keyshawn would reinforce his position among the sport's elite while answering those who have questioned whether he's willing to face the new generation of contenders. That a victory would also strengthen Tank's legacy by showing that he can overcome one of boxing's fastest rising talents. It would quiet the criticism surrounding potential opponents and further cement his standing as one of the biggest attractions and most accomplished fighters in the sport.
From me, I'm not chasing UT or Fimo. Who else? I'm not trying to fight Shakur, so stop mentioning.
Can Lamont Roach sell 10,000 tickets?
For Keyshawn, this potential matchup represents the biggest opportunity of his career. A victory over Tank would instantly elevate his status, transforming him from a rising contender into one of boxing's biggest stars. It would send a powerful message throughout the lightweight division that he's ready to compete with and defeat the sport's top names. More importantly, beating a fighter of Tank's caliber would allow Keyshawn to prove that he's moved beyond the label of a promising prospect. It would establish him as a legitimate championship-level contender and a serious challenger for the top spot in the division.
Step into the ring with one of those guys and fight for a world title?
Truth be told, Brian, I literally just got off the phone. I just hung up the phone with Shakur saying I gotta do an interview with you, I'm like, cool, what you think? Like, because I'm a...
At the same time, it would be a mistake to underestimate Keyshawn. He's no longer viewed as simply an up-and-coming challenger. His recent second-round stoppage victory over Gustavo Lemos has boosted his confidence and strengthened the belief that he's ready for the biggest tests of his career. That performance also demonstrated his ability to overcome physical disadvantages. Despite facing an opponent with a noticeable size advantage, Keyshawn relied on his speed, timing, and skill to take complete control of the fight. The dominant finish only added to the growing belief that he has the tools to compete with the elite names in the lightweight division.
Messages about me sparring, I'm really looking at it like, okay, so what? That I DM'd you about sparring. So what? No cap. Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of shit? So what? So what? What was his point in even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coattail? Like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro. I don't need you, bro. I do not need you, bro. I don't. If you want to fight me, send me a contract. But if you don't, I'm gonna be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm gonna make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you, little dude.
There's also the history between these two that adds even more intrigue to the matchup. This isn't a rivalry that developed overnight. For years, Keyshawn has had his sights set on facing Tank, believing that a showdown with one of boxing's biggest stars would be the ultimate test of his abilities. Every performance and every public call-out has brought him one step closer to that goal. Now, with his confidence at an all-time high and momentum on his side, Keyshawn appears convinced that this is the moment he's been preparing for throughout his career. If the fight is eventually made, he'll enter the ring, believing he's ready to challenge the man he has wanted to face for years. Keyshawn brings a skill set that makes him a dangerous opponent for anyone in the lightweight division. His quick hand speed, polished boxing technique, and impressive punching power give him the tools to compete at the highest level. If there's a fighter capable of pushing Tank to his limits, many believe Keyshawn has the talent to do exactly that. He's young, highly motivated, and enters every challenge with the mindset of someone determined to prove himself. Adding even more attention to the matchup are reports that Floyd Mayweather has been working with Keyshawn in preparation for the fight. If that partnership continues, it could provide valuable experience and strategic guidance from one of boxing's greatest champions. The combination of Keyshawn's natural ability and Mayweather's knowledge has only increased the excitement surrounding a potential showdown with Tank. It's easy to see why that development would add another layer to the rivalry. With reports linking Floyd Mayweather to Keyshawn's training camp, many fans have speculated about how Tank might view the situation, especially considering their history. The possibility of his former mentor helping prepare a potential opponent has only fueled discussion and intensified the anticipation surrounding the matchup.
As a rising star in boxing.
Where you at, Tank? Where you at? Where you at, Tank? That's what was my thoughts. I mean, the call out too after the performance. Come on, man. Look, man, Keyshawn showed. Look, this is what I've been waiting on from Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn has been kind of hot and cold. He finally put it together, man. He got his mental right. His team is right. His skill is on fire, on point, man. And he did it under these circumstances and this pressure. Behind this crowd, man, that dude is a star, bro. Seriously, man. All that weight on his back, bro, he put it down. He was even dealing with his brothers, man. His brothers, his sisters singing the national anthem. It was a family affair, bro.
He said his sister had a car crash too prior to today too.
Fire, man. Newborn child as well, man, and he was able to manage all.
As the rivalry has continued to build, more fans and analysts have started giving Keyshawn a legitimate chance to pull off the upset against Tank. His recent performances, combined with his growing confidence and steady rise through the lightweight division, have convinced many observers that he has the skills to make the fight highly competitive. While Tank remains the proven star with years of success at the highest level, the momentum surrounding Keyshawn has shifted the conversation. Instead of viewing him as just another challenger, many now see him as a genuine threat who could test one of boxing's biggest names if they eventually meet in the ring.
Hey, hey, buddy Shakur, just one question. How did Keyshawn look, man?
You ready for whoever coming next, man? That boy ready. He been ready, actually. You know what I mean? Just given the opportunity, that's all it is.
You got two little brothers that is closing on Tank. You know, one of them gonna get him.
One of them gonna get him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great night of boxing when they do.
Keyshawn's dominant performance also caught the attention of one of boxing's biggest names. Terrence Crawford watched the fight and later shared his thoughts on the impressive victory. According to Crawford, Keyshawn has developed into a fighter capable of competing with anyone in the division, including Gervonta Tank Davis. Praise from a champion of Crawford's caliber carries significant weight in the boxing world. His comments added even more credibility to the growing belief that Keyshawn is no longer just an emerging prospect, but a legitimate contender who could challenge the division's biggest stars. With respected fighters recognizing his progress, the excitement surrounding a potential showdown with Tank has only continued to grow.
Performance to take on Tank Davis, and how does that fight play
I
out?
feel like Keyshawn is ready to take on a guy like Tank. I think that Keyshawn is one of the most skillful fighters in the sport of boxing. I always told Keyshawn since a young kid he can fight. I just don't like the simple fact that he's running on media and not keeping a buck, saying that he was beating me up and Shakur had to like rile me up to spar him, because this make no sense. Shakur is a better boxer than Keyshawn. And if I'm in there doing millions of rounds with Shakur, what makes you think that Shakur has to hype me up to spar Keyshawn? Like, but it is what it is. He got to hype himself up. He got to build himself. I don't really try to pay too much mind to that. But like I said, Keyshawn is a great fighter. I always thought Keyshawn.
Terrence Crawford isn't the only respected boxer who has been impressed by Keyshawn's recent rise. Richardson Hitchens has also spoken positively about Keyshawn following his dominant knockout victory, adding his name to the growing list of fighters who believe Keyshawn is ready for the biggest challenges in the sport. That Keyshawn's latest performance has clearly made an impact across the boxing community. With more accomplished fighters expressing confidence in his abilities, the momentum behind a potential matchup with Gervonta Tank Davis continues to build. Support from established champions and top contenders has only strengthened the perception that Keyshawn has developed into a serious threat in the lightweight division.
Oh, I don't know I'm just getting to know you, sir.
I don't know shit about you.
They been knowing me. I'm just getting to know you, sir. You know, I've been staying on business.
I ain't know who you was.
I've been staying on business. This is what I've been doing.
On this business.
Boy, since the Olympics, since before the Olympics, I bet you been knowing what I've been doing, right?
I ain't even
Man,
know
stop
you was.
playing with me.
I ain't know you
bro,
was.
bro, been knowing what I've been doing.
I ain't even know you was. I ain't even know you was.
Yeah,
What you talking about?
I bet you know the fuck I am now. What I'm talking about? Push it up. I'm on that same shit I've been on. These niggas is crazy.
Hey, look, when motherfuckers want to fight, we gonna
talk
get that
to your
shit
promoter.
done.
Just like you said, go talk to your promoter.
Hey, you heard me?
Talk to your promoter.
Like that. All right, everybody, we gotta go.
This nigga's so crazy.
Gervonta Tank Davis isn't the only opponent on Keyshawn's radar. Frank Martin has also become part of the conversation after tensions between the two nearly boiled over during a previous encounter. Their heated exchange left fans believing that a fight between them could eventually become a reality. Since then, speculation about a potential showdown has continued to grow, with both fighters showing a willingness to compete against top-level opposition. Many believe this rivalry could be settled inside the ring if the opportunity presents itself. Whether it's Tank or Frank Martin, Keyshawn has made it clear that he's aiming for the biggest names as he continues his climb through the lightweight division.
Talking and then just do it to do it. You know what I mean? Like all the shit he was saying about me, it was like I had never seen him a day in my life.
Yeah.
You know, never been around him, never nothing. So like when I seen him, like I see him across from me, like, and he been talking all this shit. So I would expect him to say something to me. You know what I mean? So I'm doing the interview. And I'm looking over there. I'm waiting for them to come where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm looking, and he finna get up out of there. So I'm like, nah, I gotta go press, bro. I gotta holler at him real quick, just to let him know, like, bro, I'm not I'm not one of the ones who just doing all that fat mouthing, bro. Like, I'ma press up on, if it's a nigga talking or something, I'm pressing it. Me, bro, I'm like, I'm a solid dude. I just ain't one of the ones who finna just act a certain way just because this fight is finna happen. Like, nah, like, when you bring it out, it's gonna just naturally come out.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest boxing updates and breaking news that we'd also love to hear your opinion. Who do you think would come out on top if Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Keyshawn Davis finally meet in the ring? Let us know your prediction in the comments below. Thanks again for your support, and we'll see you in the next video.